Scene one, Apple, take one.
You wanna get high?
That's right.
You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. Smoking. You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. It's a motherfucking podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into Oops Caught Me Smoking, and thank you for clicking that play button as always. And it's another week. We've been down a couple weeks. We've had Thanksgiving going on, and your boy has been taking part in the Indie Podcast Virtual Summit 2020. And I'm going to tell you straight up, guys, it's been a blast. And it's been checking out all these new podcasts that I've never knew existed, making new friends, obviously. And if you haven't checked it out, and if you haven't seen what happened on Sunday, your boy took part in the hot pepper monologue. Now, at first I thought we were just going to do like a hot pepper or whatever we decided to pick. Whatever pepper we decided to pick. But nope. Tina decided that we needed to eat the hottest pepper in creation, which was the Carolina Reaper. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was really, really, really scared to do this. I'm not even gonna pretend that I wasn't. But when I took the bite of the pepper, it kind of tasted like popcorn for like a hair of a second, like a split second. And then the heat came. And it was torture. Sorry guys, but for like the 10-15 minutes, it was bad. It was terrible. I was trying to refrain from throwing up. I really wanted to. And people are like, "Well, Dan, you didn't really talk during that monologue." I really didn't talk during the monologue is because I couldn't. It hurt to breathe. Like every time you sucked in air, it felt like charcoal, like you were just lighting charcoal. It was igniting flames in your mouth, and it was terrible. The experience was god awful. It hurt so bad, and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. Well, maybe my worst enemy, but definitely not a friend. I would never wish that upon anybody. So if you are thinking about doing the Carolina Reaper challenge and you're not really used to hot stuff like me, I mean, I eat like jalapenos and stuff like that, like candied stuff, stuff that tastes good but has a little kick to it. But that Carolina Reaper was just plain out, just wow. It hurt. It was painful. But if you want to go do it, let me know. Send me a video. Go ahead and send me a video. You can drop it on Facebook. Drop it on my Facebook page at Oops Caught Me Smoking. Or you can join the Oops Caught Me Smoking group, and you'll be notified whenever a video pops up and all that stuff. Once you hit that notifications. Once you get those notifications up, you'll be notified every time I post a video. I usually post the video first. That's the first group I always post it to. Every time I upload a video, as soon as it's done uploading, I post it to that group first. So if you want first dibs on the podcast, then go on over to Oops Caught Me Smoking group over on Facebook and fill out the questionnaire. Of course, everyone's got to have a questionnaire. I don't get that. Why does everything... Could you imagine what Facebook would be like in real life? Like joining groups. If you just joined a group in Facebook in real life, and you just you just walked up to a group, and you just said, "Hey, can I hang out with you guys?" And you had to fill out a questionnaire before you did so. Wouldn't that be that'd be fucked up. If Facebook was in real life, I don't know, guys. That'd be fucking crazy. Like, do you like dogs? Yeah. Okay. Do you like cats? Yes. Nope. Get the fuck out. Dogs only, bitch. We don't like cats in this group. But yeah, the hot pepper monologue, that was amazing. The Indie Podcast Summit is amazing. I am going live tonight at 9:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Central Time, and I'm pretty much the second to last podcast. We're wrapping it up in style, apparently. Saving the best for last, I like to think. But there is a really good lineup coming up on the last day, and like I believe Myth Story. I always have a hard time saying that podcast. It's a great podcast. Cammie does an awesome job. Cammie and her co-host. I talk to Cammie a lot. I really don't talk to her co-host often, so I really don't know their names. But I do listen to that podcast quite often. Myth Story. I have to break it up. I can't say it all at once. So go check out Myth Story. Myth Story. It's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you like to watch your podcast or listen. YouTube. I think she is on YouTube. I think she is finally on YouTube. Don't quote me on that. I might not. I don't watch her. I don't. If she is on YouTube, I don't watch her YouTube channel. And if she is on YouTube, I think I need to go watch her YouTube channel because I think it'd be kind of cool. I like watching podcasts, but most of the time I listen because I'm on the road or doing stuff, or going to Bay City, or coming home, or going grocery shopping, all that good stuff. Fighting the people at the COVID stores. And as you haven't noticed, I don't know if I said this already, but we are locked down here in Michigan again. It's starting out as a 3-week lockdown, but I guess we'll see what happens. I have a strange suspicion that it's probably going to be a little bit longer than 3 weeks. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that it's going to get extended. COVID cases are going crazy now, guys. Crazy. Over 200,000 people a day are testing positive for COVID. So stay safe out there, guys. Wear your mask. Even if you don't believe in the mask works. I'm sorry, guys. I'm one of those people that don't believe that the mask really work, but I wear it anyway. Because what if I'm wrong and it does really work? Then I would be the jackass that didn't wear it. So I always wear my mask no matter what. Even if I don't believe that the masks really help, even though there's, I guess, studies that say that they do, but I really don't think they do. But I wear it anyway, for everyone else's safety. Just because I don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. So I believe a lot of stuff that's not true. A lot. But anyways, I wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. We have a lot to talk about today, guys. I wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, even though it was like 2 weeks ago. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you got to see your family. We pretty much just chilled at home, watched football. We ordered pizza, played it safe, stayed at home, called family, told them happy Thanksgiving, all that good stuff. But just played it safe and stayed home, chilled out, watched football, all that good stuff. So I hope everyone's Thanksgiving was great. Hope you guys stayed safe. And I hope you ate a bunch of turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce for me and some yams. I love those yams. Marshmallow yams. I love them. I love them. So I hope you ate all that stuff for me. And if you have leftovers, eat some more for me. I mean, it's December, Dan, but still, eat some more. If you still have leftovers in the fridge, be like, you know what, Dan? This is for you. I'm going to make a turkey sandwich for you, Dan. But anyways, we were supposed to watch the Steelers, and the Steelers, they're still perfect. Still perfect. I just got done watching that game. The Steelers are still perfect. I'm going to jump into sports real quick. Sorry, guys. But the Steelers are still perfect at 11-0. I don't know if they're going to make. They could very well run this season and go undefeated. Could they be what the New England Patriots couldn't and become Super Bowl champions, though? That's the thing, and completely run the season and go undefeated. I think the Dolphins back in the 70s were the only team that has ever done that. So maybe the Steelers can rewrite history in 2020. Would you put an asterisk by it because of the COVID? I don't know. I don't know. I think the NFL championship would probably be pretty legit because it's pretty damn close. I mean, granted they had to play with, practice squad people sometimes, but given the situation that we're in, that's pretty much the reality, and that's what we have to deal with. But I don't know. Who knows? Let's see if the Steelers can remain perfect throughout the whole season. They have my attention. I'm going to be watching the Steelers games throughout the season, the rest of the season. The Lions, they fired Matt Patricia. They fired their general manager Bob Quinn. So I am happy that they did that. This season's a wash. Nothing's going to happen this season. It's a wash. The season is over. To all you Lions fans out there that think they still have a chance this season, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Let's be realistic about this. So I am glad that they fired their head coach and their general manager, but I guess we'll see where they go next year. I just hope they don't hire. I just don't want them to have another bad hire at head coach. Caldwell was okay. Don't get me wrong. Caldwell was an okay coach. I mean, he was way better than Patricia for sure. But firing Jim Caldwell, I want to say was the right move, but hiring Matt Patricia wasn't. So let's see if they make the right move this time. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. But anyways, back by popular demand, for you YouTubers out there, I know you missed it. I missed doing it, and I think it's a lot of fun. But anyways, roll that beautiful weed footage.
Bobblehead is a rare slightly indica-dominant hybrid strain, 60% indica/40% sativa, created through crossing the classic headband and Bubba Kush strains. This bud may be hard to find on your average market, but it is highly sought after for its giggly lifted effects that will leave you totally dazed. The high starts with a rush of cerebral euphoria that launches you into a state of pure unfocused bliss. As a case of the giggles takes a hold of your mind, your body will start to fade into a deeply relaxing state that leaves you couch-locked and totally sedated for hours on end. This effect quickly turns sleepy, leaving you dozing off and on before you finally drift away into a deep and peaceful sleep. In combination with its super high 25% average THC level, these long-lasting effects make Bobblehead perfect for treating conditions such as chronic pain, inflammation, appetite loss, or nausea, chronic stress, and muscle spasms or cramps. This bud has a sweet and spicy skunky dank flavor with a rich earthy exhale. The aroma is of pungent skunky earth and heavy rotting spicy herbs and dank. Bobblehead buds have long oversized fluffy forest green buds with dark amber undertones, hairs, and a matching coating of beautiful golden crystal trichomes.
Alright guys, we got some Bobblehead butter here. I had to look at my notes for a minute. We have some Bobblehead butter. And we're gonna get our trusty torch here. We're gonna get the smoker, and we're gonna take a little dabby off of this thing here. So one good thing about my microphone is that I can do everything right here, and you can still hear me, and it's great. I'm just gonna take the torch to this real quick. Get this nice and hot. Some Bobblehead crumble. I've been smoking on this for like a week now. It's really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. There, get this. Boom. We busted out Lookah today. Lookah has been MIA for a while, but not today. We're going to get him going, and he's going to appear on the screen here in a second. Ooh, that butter, man. Ooh, that butter tastes good. See Lookah there? He gets used a lot. He needs to be cleaned. At least the stem does. But yeah, he needs to be cleaned out. Lookah's dirty. Lookah is very dirty. Dirty Lookah. But yeah, that bobblehead crumble, that stuff. The wax is, I don't want to say it's so much better than the weed. Because don't get me wrong, I love my weed, guys. I love the bud. I love rolling it up. I love breaking it up, smoking it, packing it in a bong, smoking it. I love it. I love all of it. But this is where it's at. The butter, the concentrates is where it's at. It's one hit, guys. One hit and you're good for an hour. You don't need to sit there and smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke. One hit with this wax, the concentrates, and it's good for an hour. Now I'm hearing people say, okay, Dan, but when you do the wax and you show just like the bobblehead kush, I'm showing the strain. I am showing the strain of the weed. The strain of the weed is where the wax comes from. So the weed that you guys break up, that's where the wax comes from, guys. It's just without all the unnecessary burning that doesn't need to be done. What the concentrate is it brings out the terpenes and the THC and all the crystallizations that without the resin. What I'm trying to say, but it still I don't know, it brings out some kind of resin. I don't know. But the bobblehead, yeah, the concentrates are so much better. They're so much easier. They're so much more convenient. Obviously, if you have a big rig like this, it's not that convenient unless you're at home. But like I had in previous videos, you can just buy a little nectar collector, just like I had. I don't have. It's downstairs right now. And then you can just heat up that little needle and just put it right there. Right? And just stick it right in there. And boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. That wasn't the crumble. I have the crumble on the other side. This right here is what I'll be doing a review on next week. So, a little something special. Had a deal going on at Joss out in Bay City, Michigan. So, went and copped some diamonds. Diamonds are forever. They're not. They only last a couple days. A gram only lasts a couple days. If you're doing dabs like I do. But yeah, diamonds are not forever. Not when it comes to THCA. Not when it comes to THCA. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy doing dabs about this. I'm going to do one more for you guys. So yeah, I'm sorry, but if you're not smoking right now, I'm sorry. If you watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, you know what time it is. Every time you press that play button. I don't have to tell you to grab something anymore. We've been through this already. We know each other now. We are comfortable enough to know each other and just be like, you know what? I know what he wants me to do. Or if you just like to listen. If you just like to kick back and listen. I know people that like to eat food and listen to my podcast, which is weird. Like, I like to get stoned to listen to podcasts about getting stoned, but I guess if you like to eat food and listen, more power to you. Do a shot of these diamonds real quick. Oh yeah, those diamonds hit. See now, that one snuck up on me. But see now, I just did 2 dabs, so that means I'm going to be pretty fucked up here in about 10 minutes. But anyways, did you guys see that Tyson fight? Tyson and Roy Jr., that whole pay-per-view? The pay-per-view was pretty good. Other than the 2 main events. Nate Robinson got knocked the fuck out. Knocked the fuck out. Like, I don't know who taught Nate Robinson how to box. But Nate Robinson should fire his boxing coach like immediately, because that dude led with his head. You don't lean into a fight with your head. I don't know where you learned to fight, bro, but you don't lean in with your head. And people are saying Jake Paul is going to be an outstanding fighter and he wants to fight all those people. I could be mistaken. I don't know for sure. But I could have swore I heard Jake Paul call out Connor McGregor. I could have swore I heard that. Did he say that Connor McGregor was on his list? Wow, see, it even creeps up on you later. But did he say that Jake Paul say that Connor McGregor was on his list of people to fight? Because I would love to see that. Now, if you think about it this way, he said he doesn't want to fight Connor McGregor for 36 months. That's 3 years, pretty much. 36 months, 3 years. So he doesn't want to fight Connor McGregor for 3 years. So basically, he wants to fight Connor McGregor when he's on his way down. Well, probably on 3/4 of the way to retirement, if he's not retired by then. Because I don't know. I don't think Conor McGregor is going to be fighting for 3 more years. I mean, he's already teased retirement a couple of times. So maybe he'll have one more. I think he'll have one more run, and then that'll be the end of Conor. But anyways, I think in order for Jake Paul to be taken seriously as a boxer, he needs, or a fighter, any kind of like combat sports, anything. He needs to be taken seriously if he needs to fight a fighter, an actual fighter. Someone who actually trains to fight. He's fought KSI, a YouTuber, which I watched that fight. It was terrible. It was like KSI was just swinging for the fence every friggin' time. There was no strategy behind it. And it was terrible. I watched a Logan Paul and KSI fight, and that fight was terrible. Logan Paul actually has, like, he actually knows how to box. Like, he actually had the knowledge, and he looked really, really good for, like, the first 5-6 rounds. And then you could tell he started getting tired. I don't know how, but it just came out. It just looked like he came out in the 6th round, like, just flat, dead. I don't know how that happened, but it just happened. And I don't know how the hell I started talking about the Logan Paul or the Paul brothers boxing, but but anyways, I watched that Logan Paul and KSI fight, and let me tell you, that KSI, he just swung for the fence, just wild, swung wild every time. There's no strategy behind it, and no footwork, no nothing, no game plan. He just went in there and just tried to take his head off, and that's not I don't know. You can't fight like that. You can't fight like that. I'm surprised Logan Paul didn't beat the shit out of him or knock him out or something. But anyways, in order for Jake Paul, I honestly think that he could develop into something special, maybe, a few years down the road. I think he should move to MMA and try to do that instead of box, because I think boxing is on the decline. But who knows? Like Tyson said in his interview, the YouTubers are taking boxing and like elevating it and moving it up to a whole nother level. Because let's be honest, boxing was pretty much dead. We had a couple of Mayweather fights, and we had that Tyson Fury and Wilder. If Fury or Wilder's not fighting, I really don't watch it, to be honest with you. So yeah, boxing's pretty much like on the decline. But who knows? YouTubers they're like, we can't fight out in the street. We'll get arrested for it. So if we want to fight, let's take it to the ring. So that's what they're doing, and that's awesome. I like that they're doing that. But let's be honest, they are YouTubers. Who knows? Jake Paul, I hope you actually do something with this instead of just knock out people that wish they knew how to fight. Because let's be honest, that Nate Robinson should have never been in that ring. Never should have. He needs to fight somebody that knows how to fight. He needs to fight a fighter. So that's what I would like to see. I would like to see Jake Paul fight a fighter. I would like to see Jake Paul fight Conor McGregor on his next fight, whenever his next fight is. Just do that Connor McGregor thing, because I would actually pay to see Connor McGregor beat the living shit out of him, or vice versa. Maybe I would be very surprised, but who knows? Or Floyd Mayweather, who knows? Get in there with Mayweather, see what happens. Get in there, get in the ring with Mayweather, Jake, and see what happens. That's what I would like to see. Floyd Mayweather, just tag him up a little bit. That would be an awesome fight to watch. But the Tyson and now I'm actually going to get to the main event finally. But yeah, Tyson and Roy Jones fight, it was pretty much body shots. It was, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed about 4 rounds of it. After about 4 rounds, I was like, okay, they're just slugging it out to taking body shots. That's all they're doing. But for the first 4 rounds, it was entertaining. The last 8 rounds, I knew there wasn't going to be a winner because they said beforehand. They gave us the rules beforehand, and I'm going to rattle them off for you here real quick. If I can find them in my notes. Here are the rules. Yeah, here they are. Here are the rules. Here were the rules for the Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. exhibition bout. The fight rules were, there were no knockouts, no judges, but there were judges. There's 3 of them. No knockouts, no judges, no winner, no loser. It was a draw, so there wasn't no winner, no loser. And if someone got cut, the match was over. So that was pretty much it. Those were the rules to the fight. So it was pretty much, let's just slug it out. Let's crack some ribs and do some body shots. You can tell a couple of those shots that Roy Jones took from Tyson, he winced a little bit. I'm like, I'm like, he can tell, but yeah, he took it. 54 years old. Roy Jones was 51 and Tyson's 54. Still in phenomenal shape. Both of them, honestly. I'm like, Roy's a little flabby, but let's be honest, he's old. And Tyson, still great shape. I think Tyson could actually try to make a run for a belt. I think that might actually happen one day. Who knows? Make a run for the belt, Tyson. That would be great. If Mike Tyson took a run for the belt, that would be freaking awesome. But anyways, what else we got to talk about today? What else happened? Oh, LeBron James. I'm talking about a lot of sports today, but a lot of things happen in the sports world because basketball is like a couple of weeks away. I know we just got done with the NBA Finals and all that shit, but now free agency is pretty much over with, and all the teams have settled. The Lakers have improved tremendously with adding Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell, Marc Gasol, and who knows? Could Paul Gasol be in the mix? Could Paul Gasol make another Lakers appearance? I mean, granted, he'd probably be playing off the bench, but he'd probably be backing up Mark, but who knows? The Gasol brothers. I would take it, to be honest with you. I would take it because that would be a phenomenal team. We already have a phenomenal team, and it's only going to get better if Paul joins. Even though he's 37, 38, he's up there. But anyways, yeah, if Paul Gasol joins, that'd be great. Marc Gasol, he was a good addition. Dennis Schroeder was a great addition. Montrezl Harrell, another great addition. He's going to improve the bench. And LeBron James just signed a 2-year extension. He's worth $84 million, I believe. Don't quote me. I believe it's somewhere in $84 to $80 million range. So don't quote me on that, but he ain't going anywhere for a couple more years. I don't think Anthony Davis has signed his contract with the Lakers yet. I believe his is still in the works. I believe there are 3 contract offers on the table for Anthony Davis from the Lakers. And I guess he just has a choice to choose which one. I don't foresee him leaving the Lakers. I don't. ever see him leaving the Lakers. I think AD's in it for the long haul. I think he's going to stay with LeBron, and then once LeBron's gone, they're going to build around him. And who knows? Maybe Bronny Jr. might be a Laker. Who knows? Straight out of high school? Because, I don't know. If LeBron James' son is straight out of high school, where will he go in the lottery? Where do you think Bronny Jr., where do you think he'll end up in the lottery if he comes straight out of high school? I believe he has 2 years left. So when LeBron James' contract's up, that's when his son will be graduating high school. And who knows? I think if Bronny Jr., Lil Bron Bron, I'm gonna start calling him Lil Bron Bron. If Lil Bron Bron makes his appearance out of high school to the NBA draft, I think he will not go in the lottery. I think he will go in the late 20s, which I'm thinking maybe the Lakers would take him. I think a team would just take him just out of spite. And just be like, this is LeBron James' son. We're just going to take him and see what happens. I would take him at number 1. Honestly. If it doesn't work out for that year, you wasted a pick. You took a chance. You took a shot. I could see Michael Jordan doing that. He took a shot on a LaMelo Ball, drafted first. Very first pick, LaMelo Ball to the Hornets. And then they signed Gordon Hayward for $124 million for 5 years, which is way too much money. But good job, Gordon Hayward. Way to hustle. Way to hustle your game, even though you really haven't played that much lately. But anyways, but yeah, if little Bron Bron comes straight out of high school, I think he will probably go in the late teens, early 20s in the first round. Or who knows? Maybe people would be like, don't take him. Or people would probably draft him thinking that LeBron would just come to their team. But you have to think LeBron's going to be pushing 40 around there. So do you really want a 40-year-old LeBron on your team? The Lakers do, apparently. So who knows? We'll see what happens there. But yeah, LaMelo Ball, first overall pick to the Charlotte Hornets. I believe he wasn't first overall. I'm wrong. He was third, actually. Wow. That guy from Georgia. That guy from Georgia. I don't remember his name. Cole Anthony, I believe his name is. He went first. So he's going to be really good. I believe he's going to be great. But who knows? But anyways, guys, I believe that's it. Go check me out. Go check me out live tonight at 9:30 over on YouTube. Just go to your YouTubes and go to your YouTube channel. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.com and go to the search bar and type in Indie Podcast Summit, Indie Podcast Virtual Summit, and it will pop up live. And it will pop up live at like 9:30. So come check your boy out at 9:30 tonight. The live edition. It's pretty much, they told me I am under restrictions. I can't smoke. I can't get high on the podcast. I can't get high on the live show because of a sponsors, because this summit is sponsored. So I can't smoke weed on the podcast, on the live show, and I really can't swear that much. So I think during the summit, I'm just gonna kind of describe what my podcast is about and how I got started with marijuana and how I got started into podcasting and how they intertwined themselves and intervened into this creation of Oops Caught Me Smoking. So basically, I have a half an hour to tell 3 stories, and they all have to intertwine. And I'm going to try and spill some jokes in there too, but who knows? It might not even be funny at all. Who knows? I might just completely bomb. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, this is like the first time I've ever went live. I've never went live before on Oops Caught Me Smoking. I don't think I've ever went live. I've went live on Castbox a couple of times, but that's way different because it's just audio. No one's looking at you. Here, it's on YouTube, and you're actually going to see me. You're going to see YouTube, what YouTube normally sees. So go check me out tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And then the rest of you people, figure it out. But I love you guys. Stay up. Peace.
Scene one, Apple, take one.
You wanna get high?
That's right.
You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. Smoking. You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. You caught me smoking. It's a motherfucking podcast.